Alright, how's it going, guys? Doing a double stream tonight? I'm not going to be in character for this because I am going to be playing moderator. Today, I'm not trying to step on the IRS shtick, but tonight we have a couple of people with me. One being Antihero Broadcast. Hello?
I'm here.
Okay. And the other one being Sparky from Sparky's Tech Corner. So, the title of the stream is Social Media and the Block Button. Sparky, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. If you want to say hi, go ahead.
Oh, that's fine. Hey.
Social Media and the Block Button. There have been some things going on between the two of you today over blocks. So, I'm hoping... I'm just here to moderate and hoping that things get settled. So... which one of you wants to go first?
Well, since Sparky has spent the last 5 minutes claiming that he has no idea why we're doing this, I suppose I will. So earlier today, without getting too deep into having to reveal DMs and whatnot, during a group DM, I revealed that I was enjoying a lovely, trolly little interaction with William Stenchever. And when someone in said group DM requested that I give links, I did so. And then Sparky apparently didn't like that I did something, I'm not sure what, and decided to attempt to lead me on some sort of merry chase on which eventually ended up with apparently I needed to be called out for shaming people who block.
Okay, Sparky, is that what happened?
I did ask that question. Hang on a minute.
Dead air.
So this will be the full minute?
I'm sorry.
No worries.
I've been dealing with mitigating stuff around the house right now, so that's what I've been doing. Sorry.
No worries,
But
I understand.
as far as what happened in the DM conversation, as far as saying I don't know why we're here, let me put it like this. I don't know why this is live.
I think I explained that pretty well the last few times you've claimed not to know why it's live, but hey, for the benefit of the chat, I'll explain it again. This all started because of your public actions. And I think, quite honestly, that if something's going to be started in public, then it should be finished in public. Especially since you don't want to listen to anything that's said otherwise.
Antihero, what in public did have anything to do with you and me? You and me.
Well, considering that you've now claimed that I shame people who block and somehow felt personally attacked by me talking about William Stenchever, that is where it comes into. And this whole thing about blocking started when you decided that it was going to be a cool thing to repeatedly block Pinoid over and over and over again, and then talk about it both on stream, in a stream chat, and on Twitter.
Oh, hang on. Time out. You can go rewatch that stream. You can go ask Doc. You can ask Kaduntress. I blocked Pinoid, and I left it at that. I blocked him. I'm not the one that ran into the stream, wide mouth open, bitching and complaining about it.
That doesn't matter. The point is that you were part of it making it public, and then you continued to make it public. You kept it public. You couldn't stop keeping it public, but that really wasn't my issue. I trolled you, yes, but I also trolled everybody. This morning I woke up and immediately called Antoine gay. That was basically the first thing I did this morning was call him a fag.
He's only half right.
So if you're going to sit there and demand that I not troll you when you're doing something silly, then you're going to be shit out of luck.
All right.
Now, the real question came in when I was talking about William Stenchever's behavior, which had nothing to do with you whatsoever. And then you came up with an awkward question. Well, in fact, I'll just go ahead and read it word for word because I don't want to misquote you, Sparky. So what's wrong with blocking and muting? Just asking. To which I said, well, Sparky, which version of that answer do you want? My personal standard or my societal standard? Now, had you bothered to not be a dick with your next answer, you would have gotten an actual response, which would have been my personal standard, the one I hold myself to, is that I don't block people. But the standard I hold everyone else to is blocking's like an abortion. It should only happen when it's the last decision, the last absolute choice. And then, much like an abortion, it kills the chance of that conversation having any further life. But you didn't give me a chance to respond to that, now did you?
No, I'll say exactly what I said. I don't believe in societal standards. That's just a form of etiquette, nothing more. And your personal standards are just that, personal.
So in reality, you didn't give a fuck about my answer. So you asked a question designed to start a fight, is really what you were trying to do. Well, now, I don't know why you were trying to start a fight, but see, and the reason I think that is that your next question was, well, you seem to like shaming people for that. That's just how it looks. So you asked me a question that you didn't want the answer to. And then when you declared you didn't want the answer, you then followed up with more things designed to cause a problem.
You know, what if I said all that, and then afterwards, you went on your little spree of telling me what you thought about it, and then I told you my side of it, and I did end off with a quote. And at this point, it's probably a good idea to do a hangout if this is going to go any further.
You're right.
I already knew you were going to misunderstand where I was trying to come from.
Hold on, how am I supposed to misunderstand when you've deliberately led the conversation along to a point in which we're going to argue? About something that, as far as I can tell, I didn't actually do anything to personally insult you. But
you didn't do anything to personally insult me. It wasn't anything
except that I've gone ahead and I've read your little diatribe here. I even translated it for everybody else to understand, too. And essentially, I told you that if you were going to give me a bunch of unintelligible garbage, I was going to do my best to translate it. That was me trolling you. Now, see, here's what I'm really confused about, is that you're upset because somebody trolled you, while simultaneously you're on Twitter crowing about how you're trolling the troll.
Again, why are we doing this live?
It's very simple, because it started live.
It didn't start live with you.
You're right, Sparky, except that you keep pushing the fucking button over and over, and I don't understand why. So I want to get it out there. Oh, boy.
Hold on a second. Sparky, let him finish, and then you'll have your chance, all right?
You designed a question that moved along a set plan towards a destination that was arguing. And then, when you're like, oh, well, I want to set up the field where we argue, and then when you didn't get what you wanted as far as the field of arguing went, you got upset and ran.
I ran.
Yes, you did. When I said I'm only doing this live.
Yeah, which actually proves my point. You like shaming people.
No, Sparky. If I was going to shame you, I would say shut your fucking mouth, or learn to stop, to talk without a speech impediment. That's what I would say. I would be mean to you and rude to you and call you out on Twitter and shit like that. Or I would block every one of your accounts over and over and over again, and then unblock you so I could talk about you.
Okay.
This is what I would be doing if I were shaming you, but that isn't what I've been doing. I'm trying to figure out.
You do half of that anyways.
Sparky, there's a huge difference between trolling you because you're being silly and trolling everybody because they're people I talk with frequently, so I make fun of everyone. And then you taking it personally, which is clearly what you've done, Mr. Why do you like shaming people so much?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you haven't answered the question, though. Why are you taking what I'm doing to everyone as a personal attack?
I was actually just asking a question. I didn't think you would go off on this little title.
Hold up. Let's pull back up the question again. So you asked, so what's wrong with blocking and muting? Just asking. To which I said, well, Sparky, which version of that answer do you want? My personal standard or my societal standard? which if you had responded with one, the other, or both, you would have gotten a cordial response. But your response was essentially, fuck you. Your response was, I don't believe in societal standards, and your personal standards are bullshit for me. And then you followed up with, well, you seem to like shaming people for that.
Mm-hmm.
In what way, shape, or form is that oh yeah, no, it was totally cool, you just took it wrong, Zach?
Well, you kind of answered the question about you like shaming people, because the whole thing that you
Sparky,
stated...
I have not begun to shame you.
Hold on. Let him finish. Zach, to be fair, you got to finish. Let Sparky finish.
Fine. Let him go ahead. I'm waiting.
All right, you think blocking is a bitch move?
I've made that clear on multiple occasions, yes.
Okay.
Again, it's like an abortion.
Okay, is that your personal standard, or is that the societal standard?
Did you not listen to what I just said 5 minutes ago?
Okay, then. Well, it's coming back around.
Not okay then. Did you or did you not hear what I said when I explained those?
Yes, I did hear him. So here's my point. If it's your personal standard, why does it matter, and why does it affect me that much? It doesn't.
Except that I'm actually judging you based on the societal standard, not my personal standard.
Okay,
so you're not paying attention to that, so you missed the point. Where I said it's like an abortion. And in fact, I said this on stream, so everybody heard it. It's like an abortion where you end it because it's the only option you've got left. And much like an abortion, it kills off further conversation. The only really issue I had with you at all for this, Sparky, was that even though you blocked Penoid, you just kept fucking going.
Actually, no. I blocked Penoid.
Twitter is full of you keeping on going.
You know what? I could very easily leave this conversation right now. If you're gonna sit here and sigh and moan and go and everything like that when I'm trying to answer, I have no point being here, Zach. I really don't. Now, I'm not the one who want to do this live. You are. I knew for a fact you misunderstood what I said in the DM. It's the reason why I said let's go do a hangout so I can explain myself. I wasn't trying to attack you or criticize you or anything like that. I was putting forth what I thought about it and how I seen it. Now, you want to feel like you've been attacked? I'm sorry. I just been spent all fucking day on Twitter being called every fucking name underneath the goddamn book from a fucking retarded ass goddamn gorilla. You want to complain about being attacked? Excuse me? I'm sorry.
Sorry about that. My internet died.
Welcome back. You sound a little bit tinny, but we can hear you.
Not good at all. So the last thing I heard from Sparky is that you could easily leave this conversation right now. Did anyone hear what I said after that or no?
He basically, Sparky, if you don't mind me recapping real quick.
That's fine.
He basically said that you being attacked, if you want to talk about being attacked, he's been being attacked all day by a bunch of people on Twitter, especially by a giant retarded gorilla.
Okay, so to address you saying, you could leave this conversation right now, sure, go ahead. What would that prove?
Well, let me finish. Well, let me recap why I saw that one. So if you're going to sit there and groan and grunt and sigh every time I go to answer, I can leave right now. Because right there it tells me...
And what would that prove? What would that prove?
It proves I'm better than fucking sitting here arguing with you over this shit.
That's what that proves, because that's not what it would look like, I absolutely guarantee. But to address the second part of that, which is you've been attacked all day long by a giant retarded gorilla, who cares? In fact, really what it boils down to is you just keep flooding your Twitter with shit. And again, when you brought up your question, I wasn't even talking about you. I had moved beyond your shit with Twitter. So then we go back to your little diatribe. All right, which really just boiled down to you're upset because people trolled you.
No. It comes down to...
Should I read it out loud?
No, it comes down to you don't like the fact I said it seems like you like to publicly shame people.
No, I don't like the fact that you decided that you would ask me a question and then immediately discount my response before it happened. And then accuse me of wanting to publicly shame people. If I wanted to publicly shame people, then I would have way more conversations in public. but I keep the majority of conversations to DMs. In fact, rarely do I go public until it comes to a point where I feel, you know what, maybe this needs to go beyond.
And this has to, why?
Simple, because you decided that you were going to make it personal. And you started this live.
Not with you!
But you brought me into it.
I didn't bring you into it. I just simply
I already explained how you did that.
Alright, so what's wrong with blocking and muting? Just asking. What's blocking? Which version of the answer do you want? My personal standard or my societal standard? You're the one that asked a loaded question. I don't give a fuck about...
No, I didn't ask a loaded... What is... Okay, hold up. That is not a loaded question we should reform. I asked, which particular version of that standard do you want? It's not a loaded question. You asked me a generic question. I asked you to refine it. You determined that my answer would no longer be valid regardless of what I said.
Okay, and I told you that I don't give a fuck about a personal standard.
You're right. So why... And you said you didn't give a fuck about the societal one either, which means you've invalidated any response I could give you, which forces me to go, okay, why would you ask the question when you don't want the answer? And then you follow that with what?
Let's see. Let me look for here.
You followed it with, well, you seem to like shaming people for it.
Yeah, you do.
Right. So if you're going to ask me a question, and then you're going to deny me a chance to answer that question, and follow that with an accusation, what does that look like?
I don't know. What does it look like?
Oh, Sparky, if I did that to you, how would you feel, Sparky?
You do it to me all the goddamn time. What are you talking about?
Sparky, I don't actually talk to you that much outside of COD.
Yeah, you don't.
You're right. So how can I do it to you all the time?
You do in fucking conversations, text messages like this.
Sparky, we don't have a lot of conversations, so how can I do it to you all the time? No, this is a legitimate question. And by the way, you just got mad at me for sighing and grunting and groaning whenever you don't like my response. Hi there, Pot. Kettle called. He says you're a nigger.
Yep.
Demonetized.
So you're going to sit here and tell me that in no way, shape, or form, can you see that as maybe coming off, just a smidge aggressive?
Yeah, and that's the reason why I said I wanted to do this and hang out to.
So you can or you can't see it that way.
Find my point.
You can or you can't see it that way. I want to make this clear.
I can't apparently. Can I ask the rep a question?
You want to ask me a question?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Okay, how many times have I gone into conversations on Twitter and or Discord that have been blown way out of fucking proportions that was then later settled on because nobody could really understand or get the fucking point I was trying to get to until I got into an offline hangout and we talked about it. How many times has that happened?
From a few times that I know of.
Okay. It happens all the time.
But do you think that might be a problem?
It might be.
Yeah, so maybe, just a thought, this is crazy, but maybe instead of springing out on Twitter and then going into a long-winded diatribe that supposedly wasn't throwing nonsense accusations and shade at me the entire time, but really looked like it was, maybe you should just either A, not say anything, or B, talk to the person, with your voice instead of first trying to type things out when you're clearly already cognizant of the fact that it won't say what you wanted to say.
I've tried that.
Have you? Because you didn't do it to me.
Actually, I have, and I really took your response to be a little bit different than this. That was my fault for assuming. But you seem to assume everything I do all the time, too, so I figured it'd be okay this time.
Except that we don't talk, Sparky.
Well, maybe we should. More.
I don't know, considering that the one time I thought I was talking to you, you immediately accused me of wanting to shame people. And of trolling you.
You admitted right now, earlier you did what?
Yes, Sparky. I'm well aware of that. I also troll everyone else.
Yeah. And a lot of people sometimes don't appreciate that shit.
Okay, you're right. A lot of people don't appreciate that shit. You yourself don't appreciate that shit. So why the fuck are you doing it?
Am I doing it to you?
No, Sparky, you're not, but you are on Twitter spurging out about it and crowing about your supposed triumphs and victories. But then you're going to accuse me of being mean to you.
Okay, all right, so recap this whole conversation. Recap the conversation that you think that me and Pinoid's been going to about how the whole thing started and where it ended up to, because I think there's some information here and there that you don't know.
I honestly don't think that your conversation with Pinoid has any bearing on the fact that you've literally sat on Twitter all day crowing about how you're trolling Pinoid.
I haven't sat all day.
Oh my word. If you're going to semantically try and pick apart my argument and think that's going to get you a victory, it's not.
I'm not trying to
semantically
pick apart
your argument. The point that I've been making and have made over and over again, and no, Panina, I'm not going to fuck Sparky. He's not my type. The point I've been attempting to make is that you're going to sit there and accuse me of trolling you and how that's awful and how I'm shaming you, but you're doing the exact same shit on Twitter, which makes you a hypocrite. Then you're also going to sit there and act like you've been attacked all day long, and that means you're okay to do whatever it is you want. What this all boils down to is that you're butthurt over somebody attacking you. And in fact, no one fucking attacked you except for Pinoid. And I guarantee Pinoid looks at us all as one giant big fucking joke.
Well, that's fine. Then why is he throwing a big fucking fit? I blocked him.
Because it's funny for him. He likes the drama. It's notoriety. It's clicks.
And
it's bait.
I don't. That's why I blocked him.
Except that you then unblocked him, and then reblocked him, and then unblocked him, and then reblocked him, and then claimed you don't like drama, but then you make more of it.
Alright, so can you see my fucking block button? Can you see how many times I blocked somebody? No, you can't.
Except that you said earlier today that you then unblocked him so you could talk to him more shit.
I did unblock him because I seen all the memes that he was putting out. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna address this.
Okay, but
so I did.
That further proves my point, though. I saw all the memes he was putting out because you were looking.
No, they're actually sent.
Then you should ignore them. You're going to sit here. The point remains that you're going to get mad because you're butthurt that somebody made fun of you.
No, I really didn't care.
That's not what you said to me.
See, what did I say to you?
Do I need to go and reread it?
I can.
I can, whatever. Would you prefer the translated version that actually makes sense, or would you prefer the your version, which is difficult to read?
You know what? Go ahead and do the translated version. Anti-hero.
Okay.
Go right ahead.
That's fine. Okay, that's your stance. It's a bitch move. That's the same as Pinoid saying that it's okay for him to chain his wife to a radiator or beat her. That it's okay for him, but not for everyone else. That's a personal standard. Yes, some people can't handle bans. I can't, and I make that known. Now, yes, blocking means cutting the situation short and dropping it off, and I would love nothing more. But when you have someone with several accounts berating you, then you have to take it further sometimes. When you have others jumping in because they think it's fun, that makes it even more difficult to cut off. The norm for this is to shame people for such behavior, holding others like Pinoid, Addy, Zell, and Schmeckel to your own personal standard. Hell, even you and Antoine engaged. No one on any platform has any obligation to with anyone else on that platform, especially when they're being annoying or an asshole, and so there's no right answer. Everyone's interpretation of what's right, wrong, and permissible is different. What is right is that this platform gives tools to people that they can use in order to escape people that are bothering them. Yes, they can be used, but they do have a function. Now, that is the translated version.
And what is wrong with that?
Okay, well, let's start. Right off the bat, you say that you can't handle bants and you make that known, but then you immediately engage in activities that are going to cause more banter. For one, this goes back to the whole thing of, oh, well, I don't like trauma. I don't like all this, but then you immediately engage in it as much as possible. Really? Really? So we go to the second paragraph, which starts with, now, yes, blocking means, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You then gave me a sob story about how, oh, it's so much harder to take care of it when you're being berated by so many people. Even you and Antoine jumped in on it. Shut up. Nobody cares. Like seriously, you have the choice. You have the ability to make your own choices. You have your own set of agencies. You have your own responsibilities and ability to change how you perceive things. And instead, you want to sit there and give a sob story and an emotional plea on, oh, but I'm being berated and it's so hard. No, it's not. Just cut it off. And then you go on some weird talk about how nothing's really right, nothing's really wrong. Some things are permissible and some are not. And the only real right is that they give us tools so we can escape the people that are bothering us. Well, if they give you tools, then you should use those tools.
Yeah, and I did. And I was hanging out last night where somebody continuously wanted to come in and continuously wanted to fucking shove that subject into my face, even though I had them blocked. And I hadn't said anything on up to that point.
You're right. And then you could have continued to not say anything.
I dropped it.
Did you? Because Twitter doesn't look like it.
I did until that time.
Okay. So cutting off for you is really just like a momentary thing, huh? Like you cut somebody off, but then you might just fuck it, I'll jump back into the drama with them.
What are you trying to get at? Is that? What was this?
I think I've made it pretty clear what I'm trying to get at. You're a butthurt hypocrite right now, and it's obnoxious. Mm-hmm. I think I've said that already, in fact, like 3 or 4 times. Okay. And then you come at me because I'm the easy target, because unlike Penoid, I'm not just going to relentlessly make fun of you the whole time.
Bullshit. That's a lie.
No, there's a huge difference.
No.
Hold on.
There is a huge difference between me translating your tweets so that people can read them. There's a huge difference between that and Penoid calling you all the things he calls you. And if you think they're the exact same thing, then you have there isn't a difference. There's no difference. You're right, it's insulting, but it's also a huge difference between that and calling you some baby back bitch faggot, now isn't it? See, where I come from, if I make fun of the way somebody talks, nothing happens. But if I call someone a baby back bitch, we fight.
Yeah, let's see.
So you're going to tell me that they're the same exact thing.
Okay, so you haven't had to deal growing up all your life with a fucking speech impediment, have you?
No, but I did have to grow up all my life as a sheltered kid with no friends and no social skills, who had to wear high water jeans up until fucking 6th grade. Dude, don't pull a sob story on me and think that's gonna get you a jail-free card.
I'm not trying to fucking pull a sob story with you. I'm just saying.
You just did. It's the second time today.
No, let me finish. What you interpret as insulting can be different from what someone else interprets as insulting. I interpret what you did to me more insulting than what fucking Penoid did. Him is just embarrassing. That's actually pretty fucking degrading on my part.
So again,
what you did to me.
What this comes down to is you are a butthurt hypocrite. You are upset because somebody made fun of you when you've spent all day making fun of other people.
Technically, it was just me and Penoid going back and forth.
Fine then, it doesn't change the point, is that you're butthurt because somebody made fun of you. You are perceiving it to be an awful, awful thing that person has done, even though that person has literally done worse to people he likes more today.
I don't know what the point is, Kadun. I really don't.
No. The point has been made, is that you've called me out on something, and I am telling you exactly why you are incorrect, and calling you out in return. I'm returning the favor. Mm-hmm. So there's definitely and the only reason you don't see a point right now is because you're in your head going, well, I'm not wrong and he is.
Oh, you want me to say you're right? You're not.
Of course I'm not right, because if I were to be right, that would invalidate your entire behavior set today. You can laugh at it all you want, but that's actually logical right there.
Okay, so I'm going to stand by my point. If somebody's bothering you, you have the tools to get rid of them.
You're right, and then what happens once you block them?
Zach, hold on, let him finish.
You have the tools to get rid of them. You have the tools to block them. You have the tools to mute them. You don't have to indulge in the stupidity. Now, yes, I did go back and I did unblock Penoid and I did have conversations with him, and the only thing he can do is just insult me. That was it. Well, excuse me, try to insult me. Because frankly, I would be more insulted if Schmeckle tried to do that. At least he could try and do it. Or, no, you.
Right.
Because
So
you're actually really good at doing stuff like that. And
when you block a person, is that supposed to be, kind of permanent? Like, this person is causing you serious distress, so you block them because you're tired of dealing with their bullshit and you know it's not going to change.
I don't know. What's the guidebook on that? What's the rule setting?
Well, it was actually your point just a second ago, is if somebody is causing you nothing but problems, you block them. The tools are there for you to do so.
Yeah.
Well, if you know that he caused you nothing but problems and all he's going to do is try and insult you, why would you jump back into the drama that you supposedly hate? You see where I'm going with this?
I see where you're going from it, but this stems from both Twitter and Hangouts. The Hangouts last night on Doc stream. That's kind of what this.
Okay, yeah, I understand that, but the point is that you're, again, hypocritical as shit right now.
I'm hypocritical as shit. Okay, so
yes,
being Hangout.
I have outlined at least 2 reasons why you're a hypocrite, and you've yet to refute either of them.
Mm-hmm.
You claim to hate drama, and you make it very clear that you hate drama, but then you jump feet first into it again, with Pinoid of all people. You also tell me that you're upset because you're being trolled, and that it's not fun, but then you're doing it to other people.
I think what I said there was a generalization. I didn't actually say I was upset.
Well, you specifically named me and said that you were being berated all day by everyone. I mean, I just read it.
I wasn't including you. I didn't say everyone. I said Pinoid. Antoine's the one said everyone. I said Pinoid.
You said, and I'll read your words here, shame people for that, holding your personality to someone else, Pinoid, Addy, Schmeckel, Zell, hell, even you, Auntie, and Antoine engage in that. You included me in your statement about people jumping in all over the place and how everyone shames you.
No. That whole statement was, okay, somebody blocks them, they go on Twitter, yay, victory. I got blocked by this person. This person can't do anything like this. This, that. You go for and you shame them for it. That's what I was meaning by that. You guys take it as to some sort of a victory. Oh yes, I got blocked by this person because he's he's weak, he's a bitch, he can't do this, he can't do that. That's publicly shaming.
Actually,
so
generally speaking, I go, oh, I got blocked again, and then I do this crazy thing, which is I let it go.
Well,
now, I know that's difficult for some people. I know that it's hard to do what you said you were going to do and let it go. Because when you block somebody, that's basically what you're doing. Just to continue on with it after you block them is a bitch move. Because you've rendered it so that they can't see your words, but you keep fucking talking.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I didn't do that. So this whole thing, whenever I blocked Pinoid, happened about a week ago. No, let me finish. Because you seem to think I've been doing this all week long, and I haven't.
That's not what I said at all, actually. You are now putting words in my mouth.
No,
what I said...
Let him finish.
Oh, boy.
Let him finish.
No, what you said is I block, and then I continually talk shit on that person. I did not. I blocked Pinoid last week whenever Antoine made a tweet to Pinoid about your account getting suspended, Anti-Hero. Now, I can't quote what it is.
I've only accused you of doing this trolling and shit-talking today when I saw it. I haven't mentioned anything about the last week, 2 weeks, whatever. So that's a null on that argument right there. Try again.
Okay, then. Well, whenever I engaged Pinoid today, I did have him unblocked.
You're right, but you had him previously blocked. You jumped back into the fire feet first.
Yeah, because of the hangouts last night.
So you're a hypocrite.
No, I'm not a hypocrite.
Because you could have walked away. You could have ended the hangout and not bothered with it.
Oh, so I'm supposed to just get up and walk away?
Be the bigger man? Yes.
Yeah,
you really are supposed to be.
Yeah, hypocrite. Sure.
Well, I'm supposedly having a friend tell me that I'm a horrible person who shames everyone and attacks him personally. I mean,
yeah, you know what? If you were,
but you're gonna call me a hypocrite for holding you to a standard. If I were a friend, I wouldn't have done this live.
You wouldn't have. You would listen to me and go offline so I can explain my fucking point to you. Because
why? You had a chance to explain your point. Instead, you decided to go on attacks.
I did attack you.
I read it out loud.
Oh God, you think that's? Oh God.
Well, Sparky, what would you call a series of leading questions designed to completely invalidate any response somebody might have, and instead accuse them of shaming people? Because I would call that attack.
Debate people, Zach.
Clearly, you don't think before you speak.
Guys, hold on.
You can ask Antoine. I don't like doing this shit because people misinterpret what I say all the fucking goddamn time.
That's great, and yet you still do it.
You've
been on Twitter all day doing it.
Antoine, end the stream. We're not going to get anywhere with this. I'm done.
I think we've gotten plenty of places with it.
All right. So, okay. This is all stemming from a couple of questions, right?
I guess.
So, Sparky, like I said when I started this, I'm not on anybody's side. I'm asking a general question. Can you see how your questions to Zach could be seen as attacking him? If you read them as they are, because we all know you can't get emotion from text, can you see how some of the words that you used could be seen as an attack?
No, I can't.
Okay, so...
Legitimately, I wasn't trying to attack anyone with that. I said it just seems like shaming people for that.
Okay.
Well, you seem to like shaming people for that.
Okay.
And you do at times. And my word on shame is you go, oh, well, this guy blocked me again. Or this guy blocked me. Or, he bitched out, he wussed out, stuff like that. Blocking's a bitch move, this and that, this and that.
Okay.
Have you considered that you might be... Have you considered that you might be incredibly sensitive?
I could be, yes.
That's your idea of shaming?
That's your idea of a fucking personal attack?
Well, when you, again, throw out a number of leading questions that invalidate anything I might say, and follow it up by, oh, well, you just like shaming people. Yeah, that seems like a personal verbal attack, yes. I don't mean attack as in physical violence, you dunce.
Okay.
I mean a personal attack, as in you put a line of attack, as in an avenue of approach.
Guys.
As in...
Zach.
No.
Zach.
Oh, come on, no, because
Zach.
you're deliberately skewing it now.
Yes, I know, but let's calm down. Let's calm down. I'm trying to get a point across, and I just... Okay, Sparky. The way that you said it, right? You asked a question. Zach tried to refine the question by giving you, do you want to know about what his views of, societal or personal? When you respond with, I don't care about societal standards and what you're saying doesn't matter.
Didn't say.
You said that your personal opinion does not matter because it's your opinion.
No. That is not what I said. I said personal is just that, personal. That doesn't impact my personal standards. Okay. So you can have your personal standards, but whatever your personal standards are, I don't have to conform around your personal standards. Okay. That is what that meant.
Okay. Sparkster, calm down. Then I do have a question. Why did you ask? If it didn't... but you weren't. That's what Zach is trying to... That's why Zach's pissed. Is because the question that you asked it, and then basically told him that no matter what he said, it wasn't going to matter.
No.
Okay, that's... I'm telling you from how I read it, that's how it was interpreted.
And this is why I wanted to do an offline fucking hangout to fucking explain it. God damn.
Then maybe you shouldn't have typed it out in the first place and merely said, hey, do you guys want to have a chat?
I don't believe
Again, this is you don't believe in what? This is you don't believe in what?
I don't believe in societal standards. That's just a form of etiquette, nothing more. Your personal standards are just that, personal. That doesn't impact my personal standards. How in
Okay,
the
you
fuck
are
do you,
now
how,
repeating yourself like a broken record instead of
how in the,
addressing the damn
Let
point.
him let if Sparky's trying to
how in
make
the
a point, let him
fuck
make the point.
how in the fuck do you get that? I don't care about that. I just said it doesn't impact my personal standards. You can have your personal standards, and that's why I was asking about your personal standards. That doesn't impact my personal standards. Doesn't mean I don't care about your personal standards. It just means whatever your personal standards are doesn't impact mine. So
Okay.
that's
I'm
what you
tracking
can.
with what you're laying down. I'm smelling what you're stepping in. Repeating yourself 4 and 5 times doesn't actually change that fact. I am smarter than the average bear, contrary to popular belief. Now, let's recap this. You told me that societal standards are bullshit, and that my personal standard means nothing to you because it doesn't impact you at all. How do you not understand that is negating any response I could give you?
So are you assuming you kind of took what I was meaning from that?
I'd like you to answer my question. How is that not negating any response that I could give you?
It's not. I was curious about your own personal stance, but it doesn't.
You're
impact
right, except that when I asked you which particular standards you would like me to explain, refining the question, you negated both. Now, again, this means that to me, you must not have really wanted the answer, which says you're trying to start shit.
No, you're looking.
Then why ask the question if you weren't interested in the answer?
Way too deep into this.
If you didn't want the answer, why did you ask the question?
I wanted the answer. I just
then
simply said
why, when I gave you parameters so I could answer because I needed more clarification, did you immediately negate both possibilities?
I didn't.
Okay, then maybe you should reread what you wrote because that looks a hell of a lot like a negation to me, and I think Antoine just said it looks like one to him too.
You know, if I wanted to say that, I would say I don't give a fuck about your personal standards.
You're right. You didn't say those particular words.
And that's what you think I said. And
what you did say was your personal standards have zero impact on my personal standards, which, dude, is like literally just worded different than fuck your standards. I mean, we can play this particular game all day long, where you're gonna tell me, oh, that's not exactly what I said.
I'm glad you're an expert on how my brain works, I
never once said I was an expert. In fact, I think I think both Antoine and I have both now said that we're specifically saying that this is how it came across to us, and the conversation has now progressed to the point where we're asking you why it's impossible for you to see that it might come across that way. And rather than even attempt to answer the question, you've deflected and tried to say that I'm being mean to you again.
No, I did not say that.
You're right. Those exact words never came out of your mouth.
You wonder why you lose friends, Sentai. You really wonder why.
Okay. Hold on.
No. By all means, let him finish his thought. I would really like to hear the thought. I would really like to hear why the guy who blocks everybody is losing friends.
No.
I'm not the one
who posted that shit online. You are.
Do you know why I've lost? Well, you know I have lost a friend recently, a really close friend, because she said Trump was literally Hitler, and I said I don't think he's all that bad. That was the entire conversation. I said I think a lot of good can come from the Trump presidency, and she stopped talking to me entirely over that. It had nothing to do with me being mean to her. It had nothing to do with me starting fights that are picking on her and like that. It was that I said I don't think Trump is Hitler. You feel better now? You feel better now?
It was your own personal point, right?
It was my opinion, yes.
Okay, then.
What is the point you just tried to make and failed miserably to do so?
My opinion on the subject was that it was an opinion. I did ask. Yes, I'm sorry you misunderstood. I'm sorry I couldn't, form the words together perfectly enough for you to get that. Maybe I did want your fucking personal standard on what it was, but whatever it was didn't impact me. I'm sorry I couldn't make that crystal clear to you, okay?
It wasn't effective crystal clear, Sparky. It was effective trying to make that point in the first place. You didn't.
Mm-hmm.
No, we've read it like several times now. It's read out loud. You did not make that a point at all. And if that was your point, then yeah, you should have worked harder to make that your point. Here's the fun part. As you've said a billion times now, you're right. We can't read your mind. Which means that if you're incapable of putting your mind out on paper, then what are we supposed to do? So anytime we have a conversation with you, we're supposed to immediately assume you mean automatically the best all the fucking time and only engage you when it's live, when it's, on a voice chat? Is that how we should handle things from now on?
Dude, I've always said it to you. I've always said it to you this several times. If we have a misunderstanding, do a hangout so we can talk about this. I'm pretty sure I made this abundantly clear to both of you guys.
Yeah, okay. Except that most of the time you have a misunderstanding, you actually go and make a solo video and talk about it on Twitter. You have a history here. This is not just me like blowing smoke out of my ass and being like, oh, well, no, you have a history of doing this kind of drama shit. You claim not to like it, and then you jump feet first into it.
We're friends? No, I don't.
You're right. Not with friends, except that you went after me today when I was talking about some other guy entirely.
I wasn't even trying to go after you.
You're right. You say that, but then you also get mad because I'm supposedly shaming you.
Yeah, you are because you did his life.
Sparky, I have yet to attempt to shame you. Trust me on that one. I have yet to even try. No, my point is that you're a butthurt hypocrite who is also incredibly thin-skinned. I think I've made this point twice now, at least.
Okay, guys. Apparently this is not going to be going anywhere.
It's not. Antoine?
Alright. Is this something that we need to come back to on an off-air hangout and talk with cooler heads? Is this something that can just blow over?
Off-air hangout? I tried doing that, Matt. I really tried doing that.
Oh, my head's pretty cool.
No, it want to be done live. I tried doing it.
Yeah, because I'm not going to sit here and let you dictate every single time we talk, which is what you've already tried to do twice now today.
You do that to me all the fucking time. And
I don't, because we don't talk, Sparky.
We don't. You know why?
No, time. We don't talk because I don't. Talk because I don't usually have time to jump into the hangout when you want to. We don't talk because I don't usually follow you very much on Twitter. We don't talk because I don't interact much in the Help for the Guildless mod chat. And if you're gonna tell me, oh well, it's because I don't fucking like talking to you because of these special things you do, except that, dude, I personally, on my end, don't interact with you solely because I either A, am not interested in what you have to say, which is how it is with every single human being on the planet, or B, it's just not good timing. So if you're going to try and shame me, here we go. You're going to try and shame me by going, well, it's because your attitude, or it's because you try and pull this kind of stuff, or because I don't like this. Dude, I don't talk to you for various reasons that have nothing to do with your behavior.
That's not what I was going to get to.
Okay, what are you going to get at then, Sparky? Since you've already called into question my inability to hold me friends and the fact that I'm a terrible person.
I don't talk to you. Because this always happens whenever I talk to you. Always. Every single time.
We don't talk.
Yeah, because I learned after a couple times of interacting with you not to.
We don't talk, Sparky, again, because I've tried. So I haven't actually tried to talk to you. I literally haven't. I'm not really interested in trucks. I'm not super interested in computer repair. A lot of what you talk about in the group chats we're in and whatnot is that kind of stuff. So I haven't engaged you on it because it doesn't really interest me. That's why I don't talk to you. So you can sit there and tell me, and by the way, I just said what you were going to say and then you did. Which is, I don't talk to you because you're a bad person.
I didn't say that. I said that we misunderstand.
You're right. You didn't say those exact words, but the point remains.
Oh, God.
I don't talk to you because I don't like the way you're always mean to me. But in reality, we don't talk because I've never really gone out of my way to talk to you. Because I'm not interested in the things you usually put forth to talk about. I didn't even know you thought I was a terrible fucking person until now.
I don't think of you as terrible. We fucking disagree or misunderstand each other all the fucking time.
I think I'm understanding you perfectly at this point. I'm not sure how I could miss the point right now. I mean, you've outlined it so beautifully.
Apparently not. I'm done with this. Antoine?
Yep. I have...
Find another co-host for Caffeinated. I quit. I'm not doing this no more. So it seems like every time I try to talk to someone or anything like that, I get misunderstood.
You get misunderstood because you purposely don't do the things you know you should be doing in order to communicate properly.
Maybe you just don't understand how I am.
I don't think it has anything to do with that. You know exactly what you need to be doing in order to talk to people. You've said so yourself, and you don't do those things.
I'm done.
Okay. Sparky, we will talk.
No, I'm done. So, you guys have a good day. I'm signing off here. And have a good rest of your stream.
All right. Well, I have super chats I need to read, and then we will end the stream. So we have $5 from Trashfire. Antoine is head and shoulders better than anyone else on this stream. $2 from Trashfire. Get off Twitter. It is bad for your mental health. Trashfire again. Sparky is disingenuous. See you next Tuesday, in my opinion. $5 from Ghost Dog. Both are right. Sparky, see people say it's a great badge of honor to be blocked. Anti sees Sparky not answer as an attack on him and being two-faced. And then Draconath comes in at the end for cookies. So, alright. This is not how I expected it to go. I was hoping we could find some resolution.
That's how I expected it to go.
Well, I was more hopeful. So, thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. Thank you for the super chats. I am apparently looking for a new co-host for Caffeinated or Die on Sundays, so I guess we'll find out how things go. Have a good night, everyone.